We just kind of mentioned Avatar: The Way of Water. And a while ago, we mentioned that Avatar: The Way of Water took home, I believe, a record number of nominations at the Visual Effects Society, taking home 14 nominations, I believe it was. Well, the results are now in. We almost went to the Visual Effects Society Awards.
Yeah.
We were really seriously contemplating booking a table for us to go to the Visual Effects Society Awards this year. We didn't end up doing it because the table was $15,000. So we opted, we decided from the wise thing to not do that. But Avatar: The Way of Water cleaned up.
And rightfully so.
Setting a record for 9 Visual Effects Society Awards, including all the big, most major ones, basically setting up the table for Avatar to easily take home the Best Visual Effects Academy Award coming up next month. So this comes us from IndieWire, who says James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water swept the 21st annual VES Awards Wednesday night in an unprecedented wave of dominance in every category, winning 9 of its record-breaking 14 nominations, including the top photo reel feature and the newest category, the Emerging Technology Award, for its innovation of water tool sets. Although the prestigious Visual Effects Honorary Society, comprised of 4,500 members in 45 different countries worldwide, it just goes on to talk about all that kind of stuff. Pinocchio won a couple things. Lord of the Rings of Power won a couple of the big awards for television stuff, on and on and on. But the night belonged to Avatar: The Way of Water, killing it at this thing. Rob, you and I have talked about this before. Like, I think probably the number one, I might have to switch my pick actually, because we talked about before, what is the number one automatic lock for the Oscars coming up? And I've said Cate Blanchett winning Best Actress. I still believe she's an automatic lock. But I think I got to switch the number one automatic lock this year. It's probably going to have to be Avatar: The Way of Water winning visual effects. What they did in this movie is staggering, what they did visually in this film. And they did, they innovated new techniques, new technologies, the likes of which we haven't seen a jump forward like this since The Phantom Menace came out. And it just looked flawed. There's a couple of moments when they're flying in the sky that maybe I thought I recognized a little bit of compositing. But I mean, look at this. I believe there's a freaking blue man coming out of the water.
Oh,
it's like,
and I think didn't the whale win an award? Like last night, the actual creation.
Was he there? Did he accept it?
No. I mean, like the creation of a character, like a secondary character in the water.
Best whale.
Only because that cracked me up. The whale won.
The whale won.
The virtual whale won an award.
I'll tell you what. I'm really happy for it. It absolutely swept. It completely deserves it. Anyway, Rob, you saw the results, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, dude, it's astonishing achievement. I remember when I was doing the special features for Superman Returns, I got like a 2.5-hour dissertation on water effects, because there's a lot of water effects, and they had created brand new software. And, it was not one of the most scintillating conversations I've ever had in my life. But what was conveyed to me is how difficult water had been to create in CG up to that point.
Water and hair
and fire. I mean, there was like remember the wave in The Perfect Storm, the George Clooney?
Oh, yeah.
There's that wave, and they could never get, and in Superman Returns, they had this leap. When I was watching this movie, all I could think about was the water. Once they got to the beach and the water, all the water effects, I'm like, and I kept looking. It looked like I was watching something that was filmed in a tropical environment. It was so, and this is how they filmed it. It was so, this movie is so insane, and seeing it on a give it all the awards. I mean, in terms of, and I understand they should spread them around, sure, but the astonishing achievement. And again, James Cameron is always doing the R&D for effects technology in the industry. He's done it all the way back to The Abyss with the water pseudopod that goes through. I mean, he was the guy,
which became the basis for the Terminator 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's did it again. And look at there's Kate Winslet holding her breath for 8 minutes.
Yeah, that is crazy what they.
I mean, look at this. This is insane.
I remember watching this because I remember
there's a fish back there.
There's a fish back there. When I was working in visual effects, I remember that it was always fur, hair. That was always the big thing. Can you get that picture back up that you just had there, Jonathan? Anyway,
and that fish isn't even really there.
It's not even a real fish. That's the one. That's the one. what I remember, like when shots like this were up, just because of my background, the reason my jaw was on the floor was I was fixated.
That's better.
On the hair moving in the water. And because I'm just thinking, like, if you could have showed us this back when I was working at Satellite Studios, we wouldn't believe it. Like, we just wouldn't have believed it. Like, just the stuff they're able to do now is so, the detail, and oh my God, it's so freaking good. Anyway, congratulations to all the folks working over there on Avatar: The Way of Water, sweeping up an unprecedented 9 of all the biggest awards at the Visual Effects Society. It is basically a foregone conclusion that it will win it will win the Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards. By the way, also nominated for Best Picture there as well. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Maybe you don't think the visual effects are all that good in Avatar: The Way of Water. It's okay. You're allowed to be a little bit crazy. Whatever you guys think, jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of this video, ExpressVPN. You've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN to protect your online privacy, but choosing a VPN you trust is equally as important. Now, I like to do research on my sponsors, and I only recommend brands to my listeners that I believe in, and I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market, and here's why. Number one, ExpressVPN doesn't log your activity online. Lots of cheap or free VPNs make money by selling your data to advertisers, but ExpressVPN doesn't do this. They even developed a technology, Trusted Server, that makes their VPN servers incapable of storing any data at all. Number two, speed. ExpressVPN now uses Lightway, a new VPN protocol they engineered to make user speeds faster than ever. ExpressVPN is always blazing fast and lets me stream videos in HD quality with zero buffering. The last thing that really sets ExpressVPN apart is how easy it is to use. You don't need any technical skills to get set up. Just fire up the app and tap one button to connect. That's it. Even your grandparents could do it. And it's not just me saying this. CNET, Business Insider, The Verge, and many other tech journals rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So protect yourself with a VPN that I use and trust. Use my link, expressvpn.com/Campea today and get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/Campea to learn more.